If you're looking for a new RPG experience with roguelike and card game style features, then definitely try out Shattered Heaven. I've been playing Shattered Heaven and I for one am absolutely astounded. It sounds great, it sounds exciting, and it has an invigorating story. There's so much story branching and such incredibly well voice acted characters. I have had to say I am having an immense amount of fun in this dark, grim, stark fantasy that we have here. It is story branching, it has a lot of narratives, it has twists, it has turns, and it has some of the best written dialogue I've seen in a fantasy game. I am really impressed by this, and I can see myself playing hundreds of hours of this game just by itself. It's a really fantastic game. There's so many bosses to fight, dungeons to loot, and there's a complicated system, of course, with regards to card decks, etc. But here's the thing, every character that you fight has different mechanics, different ways to fight, different personalities, and I really have to commend the writers of this game. They have done a really impressive job. And when I played the demo version, I was really impressed by it. I felt like there needed to be more. And this version just blows it out of the water. This game is still in early access, but there's a huge amount of content already within early access, and there's going to be a huge amount of content being added into the future. You've got dynamic deck building. It's a turn-based game, so you have to keep on planning whenever you fight against bosses, when you fight against minions, whenever you fight against beasts. I just have to say, I really thoroughly recommend this game. It's a fantastic game, and if grimdark fantasy is your thing, if you like games such as Elden Ring and Lords of the Fallen, then this is the visual novel approach. That's what I would say this game is. And the game also has an epic soundtrack. I have to say, the soundtrack is one of the best I've heard so far. The combat music really gets you building up, it really makes you want to play more. There is a lot of dungeons that of course that are procedural, so no dungeon is ever the same, and there's lots of loot, and there's lots of fantastically detailed art cards. I really love that. If it's one thing about this game, its art flavor is really helping it. It is dark fantasy. It is a unique 2D cartoon style, which we don't see often nowadays. Back in the 2000s, used to have movies and games, well, not games, but movies that had that unique 2D cartoon style. And I really do miss that. And it is Lovecraftian. It's Lovecraftian in every single way. Imagine combining horror, imagine combining fantasy, and imagine combining it all to make within this multi-branch narrative structure. Now, I won't reveal too much, but the narrative is, this is a depressing world. This is a world that you can almost find it similar to Elden Ring, Lords of the Fallen, Dark Souls, etc. A god has been killed, and the humans within it only live for 40 or so. And they have to find a way in how to survive this world, and there's wars, there's a great war of ascension. I really wish I could say more, but I won't, because I don't want to spoil the story. When you enter this game, think of it as you are entering into a fantastic new world. In fact, a really good game that I would compare this to is Vargas the Riven Realms, which also has something similar to this regard. There's tactical combat, there's cards that you have to use, and it's got a good crafting system as well. So I would definitely say that if you want to craft potions, if you want to heal, rest, all the things that you would do in a normal RPG game, that's what you would do here as well. And when I talk about the characters, I'm saying that the characters themselves have uniquely written dialogue, and the dialogue is absolutely brilliant. I just wish that the voice actors could at least, voice out all the dialogue lines, because this is some of the most impeccable voice acting I've seen and I've heard. I mean, we could take, for example, Sigurd. I'll show an example of what it means.
All these souls lost to your mindless butchering, I've heard every single one of their anguished cries. You rip them away from their serene repose, tossing them into...
But there is so much rich story, so much rich lore, so much content has been put into here But I'm astounded. This game is like a AAA game but on a big scale. That's how good it is. I really am astounded. I really am impressed with this game. And all I would say so far is this game is definitely worth it. Get in early access now. You will not regret a single moment. Every moment that you play, every experience that you play, you will love it. And this is such an easy game to get into. The tutorials are well written. All I can say is I'm really am impressed with what I've seen here. And there's so much story, and you can tell that each character, the way they interact with each other, it starts off stiff, but slowly it will become better and better and better. All I'm saying is, what I've seen so far is absolutely excellent. So don't forget to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But I will be live streaming this game as well. Have no doubt about that.